Welcome to the Jordan Banks Show, y'all. I am Jordan Banks, the king of urban podcasts. That's what they call me, a.k.a. the hardest working man in the urban podcast, a.k.a. I'm the original J Money.
J Money. Come on, J.
I'm the original, baby. I'm working hard, y'all, so y'all know I ain't gonna tolerate it, y'all.
You too. I don't care about none of it.
We don't care about none of it.
I'm a real nigga, boy. I'm a real nigga, boy. I'm a straight nigga. I don't need none of it.
That's my motto.
I'm gonna give you one more time.
One more time. And get through. So I'm here, y'all, with a special guest, y'all. Big Cuz ain't here today, y'all. Y'all doing what he do, la. Hey, he'll be back, but he got him a little break going. So I'm here today, y'all. Ty Money never failed me.
J Money, glad to be here.
Big Ty is up.
Yes, sir.
And he in the building, y'all.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
what more can you say? Ty's here. Ty's a lot of things, y'all. Spiritual leader, advocate out here in these streets. Do I call you a real nigga? I don't know. Do I just call you a nigga?
Yeah. No, I'm real though.
One more time, you through. Hey, but Ty here, man. I'm happy to have Ty here with me in the building. Ty was here before as a special guest. He came back, thankfully. They said I cussed. They said, hey, boy, you gotta stop all that cussing, Jay. I'm trying, y'all. The Lord working on me. This is my 95th episode here, y'all, in the new Jordan Banks Show in the Jordan Banks era. God working on me. So in honor of that, and I got Ty sitting here. He OG. He know what to do, how to go, how to do it. So I said, I'm got God working on me. So this episode is gonna be called we'll name this episode God will not be mocked.
I like that, J Money.
God will not be mocked.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me back.
Hey,
original J Money.
Original.
Yeah, original.
Jordan Banks in the building, y'all. We gonna go ahead and get started, man. There's a lot of stuff out here, a lot of things I'm asking, sitting back scratching my head, and I say, now where they do that at? I don't know, but it's going down. And I'm gonna say this to get this out the way. I know you're not a big college sports fan, whatever. I'm talking about this shit. Do a thing one more again, cause I'm sick of y'all. Y'all in the timeline. I don't mind the comments. I match energy, really. I'll say this. I hope he succeeds as much as I can hope anybody would succeed.
Absolutely.
Is he a worry for me? Am I sitting up thinking about Shador Sanders or the Sanders family? No. I will say this. He got picked in the 5th round. A lot of people feel a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
Right?
Right.
He went into a job interview. The NFL's a job.
Yes, sir.
It's not guaranteed that you're going to get to play no matter how good you are. Maybe they did him wrong. That's their option. That's right. We've all been done wrong and passed up for jobs that we probably should have had.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, we've all trained people who got the job and we were let go.
That's right.
We've all been through it. The difference is he's going to make millions and hundreds of millions, and you're probably going to make $30,000 a year. So
it's worth the fight, then.
You're concerned and vitriol over somebody who's been picked anyway,
right,
and may end up being a starter and making hundreds of $millions is unwarranted. You could say the NFL's racist. You could say McDonald's racist.
That's right.
We all go through. But I tell you something that goes with the theme, God will not be mocked.
That's right.
I don't know what his relationship is with God, even what Deion's is. I know what they say when something happens. Thank God. Thank God who's the head of my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of traditional, though.
That is tradition.
I think God is sick of y'all.
Yeah. You can't fool God, though. You can't pull a wool over his head. You can't fool him.
I said, Ty, God will not be mocked.
He won't be marked.
So in one instance, you will say, oh, God is in control of everything. And then in the next breath, you say, everybody know this shouldn't have happened.
Right, sir.
Why does it matter what everybody else should know?
That's right.
You made it.
He made it.
Thank God. Period.
Yeah. Now you got to shut up and put up.
That's it.
Got to do it.
Sometimes what's God business and kingdom business is just that. It's God's business. Maybe he'll use you to inspire somebody else.
That's right. Absolutely.
So I have no dog in the fight. Whether he makes it or not ain't going to turn my life around.
Right.
Or hinder my life. So that's all I'm going to say about Shador. But all this going on and on and on and on. Oh, he looks better than this person. He looks better than that person. We'll see. Right now, you're talking about practice.
Right.
In my Allen Iverson voice, it's practice.
It's practice.
Everybody look a certain way in practice.
They look good in practice until you get on the field.
You know,
and really get real.
When I played basketball, we talked about practice players. A lot of people were just practice players.
That's right.
Floyd Mayweather say all the time, you could be, I could be 0-50 in sparring.
That's right.
But when the lights come on, I'm 50-0.
That's true. Absolutely.
That's when you see who a dog and who ain't a dog.
That's right.
So we'll see.
Tyson also said people got a lot to say until they get hit.
I said it last week till they get hit in the mouth.
Till they get hit in the mouth.
So I hope he does well. That's all. Just the only other thing I'm gonna say about it. But let God handle God business. If he a Christian, he do what he do, and he leaning on God, can't nothing go wrong no way. Football could be over for him today, and he'll be all right.
That's right.
How about you? You gonna be okay?
That's a good question.
I mean, sometimes you gotta.
That's a good question.
Or you gonna be okay?
You gonna be okay?
Because I think he's gonna be okay.
That's right.
Moving on, I just wanted to get that out the way because y'all keep going on about it. But Diddy, brother love.
Diddy.
Well, you know, there's all type of reports coming out in the Diddy case. A lot of things are being said. Say Cassie got pissed in the mouth.
Absolutely.
That's not had
really
bumps and diseases all in the mouth and tongue, and
oh my goodness,
just banging strange men they call up for strippers and a lot of stuff. I mean, I think that somebody need to call the health department first of all. We need to track all these people down and make sure they good.
Right, absolutely. Yeah,
because even she said after a while the stuff they use, antivirus stuff, didn't work.
Man,
they was giving her that many diseases, and
that was pretty bad.
To have a stranger piss in your mouth and you swap.
Yeah, and she was in a freak off from what they're saying when she was running down the hallway and at the hotel.
Yeah, and she didn't want to participate no more or something, and they released the whole 15 minutes. Puffy, you was a rough nigga.
Yeah.
Puffy, I'm not gonna say you deserve, this and that. I don't know what happened as far as these other women even allege, but sometimes, man, in as unfair as it is, and I've always said it for years, they're gonna show you a nigga.
That's right.
If you want to go and play these nigga games with all the money and status and power that the white folk gave you, because that's who gave it to you,
right.
They're gonna show you you're a nigga.
They want to. Absolutely.
And a lot of people say, well, it didn't happen until he started to talk about the other brand of liquor that George Clooney owned, blah, blah, blah. Could be. It's a rough business out here. It's a hard game and a hard truth.
This is true.
But they will show you are a nigga. That's right. Michael Jackson told y'all they don't really care about us.
They don't care about us. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but y'all keep going with this narrative, thinking everybody's a genius and this and that. Well, how genius is it to be caught up in some shit like this?
Yes.
How genius is that?
Yeah, well, you know what? He did a lot of this to himself.
Of course he did.
He did a lot of it to himself. And just going, the things that he did is, the more I listen to it, the more you have your mouth wide open. Not wide open for anything to go in it, but you have your mouth.
Pause. You gotta say no Diddy on that. No Diddy. You turn this whole conversation around, bro. I can't look at you right now. I was just saying.
Wait. Yeah, that came out a little bit too quick. But
see, there you go again. I'm too quick. There you go again, bro. Then leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone, bro.
Leave it alone.
Oh, let me get back in there.
Yeah.
So, the reports are why Diddy is on trial. He not reading the Bible. Well,
and that's a good thing.
Again, God will not be mocked, though.
Yeah.
Now you're
but
sitting there.
You gotta give him a chance. I mean, that's a good thing.
I had somebody pissing a woman mouth here and there. Well, the Lord said,
give him a chance.
I get it. But you can get a chance from God in prison.
Yeah.
For 40 years.
Absolutely. Well,
believe me.
Yeah. I
got a relative who been down for 24 years for some BS. Yeah. First time felon. He killed nobody, he raped nobody. You know, I told him, I said, prison probably kept you alive.
Yeah.
Prison right saved your life.
Well, some people come out of prison, do some things to go back
Great
into
things.
prison.
Well, some,
But some of them do great
yeah,
things.
you're right.
Some of
Yeah,
them do
you're right.
things to go back into prison.
You're right.
Because they're used to that lifestyle.
Yeah.
In jail, in prison. But that's a different person. That's a different person.
And sometimes in Puffy's case, that prison you tried to create for somebody else becomes your own.
Yeah.
But that God business.
Absolutely.
I don't even go that deep into it, man. I always tell people, man, y'all don't understand. We're in the midst of a lot of things, even with this old president we got. But we biblically where we supposed to be if you believe in that Bible. If you want to pick that thing up and start reading it now, you'll realize how today that Bible is. Written over 2,000 years ago. But you'll also understand this. Things are going to get worse.
Absolutely. Exactly.
For y'all non-believers.
Yeah. That was coming
Things
next.
are going to get worse for you non-believers.
Things are going to get worse. I think the best thing you want to have, though, J Money, you want to make sure that you got God on your side.
That's right.
You want to make sure He's on your side.
Yeah.
So when things do get worse, you got somebody that's greater than the test itself. And the world is going to fall apart.
Speak.
And I don't like to say it like that.
Man, you telling the truth, man. We tell the truth there, man.
Yeah, but I like to be optimistic. But
I'm optimistic the ass going to hell.
Yeah, but the world is going to fall apart if you read the book. If you read the book properly,
Yeah, you read that thing.
You read it properly, it's going to fall apart.
And I'll tell you how this, because a lot of people say Trump is not the Antichrist.
Absolutely.
You know why? Because Trump doesn't have sense to unite the world and countries, because that's what the Antichrist is going to do. Trump out there lying. He lying about what's going on behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah, the Antichrist ain't going to do all that.
No. He going to have a different type of power.
So now, I believe that a lot of what Trump is doing and what these Republicans are trying to do, I believe God is certainly hardening their heart, because I think God is trying to show you something. You just got to recognize the signs of the time.
Yeah.
Because there are signs all around you.
Absolutely.
And God can absolutely harden the heart, like He did with the king of Pharaoh, the Pharaoh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He told Moses and his brother to go do something, but at the same time, God told him, "But I'm gonna harden his heart."
That's interesting. Harden his heart so he.
Now,
can
when that almost make you say, "Well, what am I go for?"
Right.
Because He wanted to show him who He was, and not only him, but the people He was bringing out.
That's right.
Because it had been a long time for them, and He wanted to remind them of who He is.
That's absolutely
right.
Absolutely.
So y'all looking at some of the same thing.
That's right.
God is absolutely hardening this man's heart. Him and these Republican leadership people, He hardened their hearts.
Yeah, and
He's showing y'all.
That's right. I'm gonna tell you something, Banks. He can also harden their heart, and He also can put them down.
Yes, He can
raise them up, and He can put them down.
God
can do that. You can't play with God.
God will not be mocked. So, and that's something I'll tell you. If there's nothing else I could believe about the Bible or this and that, I truly believe there's a couple principles I believe and I live by. One, you need to learn how to start treating other people better than you damn near treat yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Because you don't know who is anointed by God and who's not.
That's true.
Another lesson you need to learn is God will absolutely not be mocked.
That's right.
You think you're getting away with it, but you're not.
That's true.
And the final thing I truly believe about God in all His emininity, if that's a word, is God is a jealous God. He will have no one and nothing else above him.
Above Him.
Not your car, not your bank account, not your new sponsorship, not that baddie. He will have no one above him. Puffy. And they say in person, they say pictures don't do Cassie any justice. They say in person, she is a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Wow.
They say she is drop dead gorgeous. I could believe it.
I could believe it. Absolutely.
Well, but you want to put them type of people above God. Again, this episode is called God Will Not Be Mocked. I'm just trying to tell y'all. You know what, bro? There's so much going on with Diddy in that trial, you can't even get to it all. I mean, they talking about folks pissing in folks' mouth, car bombs going off, timelines and relationships. She was jealous of Kim. She couldn't get this, get that. She went in a relationship with the kids. You know, his daughters are sitting there hearing this.
At one point in time, they walked out from what they said. Yeah, they had to walk out. Listen, this just started.
And what type of animal sit there and knows all of this went on and would allow your daughters to sit there and listen. Even though you want to claim innocent, right?
Right.
You know what's going to be said. You need to say, baby girls, I don't want y'all part of this circus.
That's true.
I don't want my boys a part of this circus. Whatever happens, I will see you guys again.
That's true.
Right? Either it's going to be behind bars or not. But sitting through this ain't going to help you.
It's not going to help them. But they're going to hear it anyway.
Well, I'd rather not have them sit there while I'm sitting there pretending to read the Bible and hear it.
I got you.
They not going to hear it directly.
Yeah, but they're going to hear it through social media.
Now you got a couple of women from his group, Identity Kane, going to testify against him.
Wow.
You really want to hear this? Now, these are people y'all been around most of y'all life. Y'all coming up, y'all kids with these other kids.
Other kids. Right.
Y'all came up with Cassie. She was young. She wasn't but 18 or 19.
That's right. Man.
Y'all want to really hear this from people y'all thought it was this way, but it really ain't? Man. I know it's the truth or whatever. I don't know how much of it is true, whatever somebody tell. I don't know. Yeah. But you really want your daughters to... Puffy, you know what they gonna say. You know what they gonna say, brother.
That's right, man.
And you gonna allow them to sit there and hear that shit?
Yeah. Don't know what's going through his mind.
Nigga, you sick still. I guess if you hear him, you want to think, maybe the jury or the people would think, well, look at my family's here. Why would I do that? Look at my twin daughters and my other daughter and kids, and I'm taking care of another nigga's son. And oh, that's a facade, though. We know a smoking mirror. Yeah, we know a smoking.
Yeah.
That's like somebody that's gay but got a bunch of women around.
Right, absolutely.
Trying to make it look like something. That even do it as far as have a kid with a woman trying to hide something. It's smoking mirrors, man.
Man, you think their lawyers telling them that's a good smoking mirror?
Yeah, have your family there. Yeah, you fire him. Or since we on that theme today, we'll keep it biblical. The Bible calls it, what's the Bible calls it? Delusions and imaginations. Yes, these are imaginations and delusions that you're having, sir.
Right.
I'm going to need you to pull your damn self together and say, get my daughters out of here.
That's right.
Get my babies out of here.
Yeah, you don't want them.
Because not only that, you're hearing about stuff that he did to mother Kim Porter.
Man, yeah, that's a lot.
Now, if I start to believe just a little of this, I can't even what you know more, Daddy.
Yes. That's a lot. You know what? Banks, somebody going to need some therapy when this is all over.
And
Cassie is going to need some.
Hey, come on. Y'all kid, come on to the bank show, have a seat. We'll grab us some chips. We'll play a little poker.
Or they going to need God.
Well, I'm God-like.
Yeah.
I'm made in this image. I'm made in this image.
Yes.
Y'all come on, get a seat around the table. Let me have the therapy on y'all because y'all daddy sick. And y'all could say Cassie played a role. I believe Cassie played a big role in a lot of this stuff. But nigga, to fall for this, you sick. Man. You sick, bruh. Because even to the point where I saw how you kicked that woman when she was down.
Absolutely. Yeah,
what grown man takes this little girl who's probably 5'2", 5'3", 100 pounds, the way he tried to kick her head off, but he missed half of it. But the way that man tried to kick, let me tell y'all some ladies.
That's somebody's daughter too.
Yeah, if y'all ever in a fight with your significant other or whatever, man, but mainly a lot of these things go on to be these relationships. Two things. If that man spit on you, or if he dirty enough to kick you when you down on the ground, that motherfucker don't care shit about you.
That is 100% right.
You are nothing but a lustful feel for him.
Yeah, that's
he don't love you. He lusts you. That's probably true. You sucking it good. He hitting it good. His homies hitting it good. He sharing you, but he don't love you.
Definitely don't love you. Doing things like that. Oh no.
You take a grown man to try to kick a woman like that. I said the same thing when Juanita Bynum got into her husband, remember?
Yeah.
And he kicked her. He started kicking her in the parking lot. That man ain't never want you no way, baby. Yeah. He wanted your money, Juanita.
They said he kicked him. Now I don't know if that was really.
Oh, he kicked her.
Yeah, I don't know
if that
was really proven.
Well, he kicked her. Bro, he kicked her.
I don't know if it was really proven.
There was enough people around, and she ain't never disprove it. She ain't say that ain't happened. She ain't say that.
Yeah.
He ain't say it ain't happen.
I can't imagine any man kicking a woman.
If a man spit on you or kick you, he don't even want you.
Yeah.
He don't even want you. You just you are something high powered and controlled that he can do. And here's the thing about him also. He don't want nobody else to want you. So he gonna keep you around.
Absolutely.
I've known men in relationships that live with women and will stalk another woman.
Man.
You selfish son of a you know what I mean?
Control yourself. Come on, Banks. I hear you.
Hey, man, that's the way some men are, man.
Yeah, that's ugly though. Yeah.
It's ugly. But it's true.
Yeah, that's ugly.
It's damn true.
Yeah. When I think of things like that, I think about the mere fact that that's someone's daughter. I couldn't imagine anything like that with one of my children.
Bro, but let me tell you.
I couldn't imagine it.
Like I say, you hearing about somebody's daughter,
Yeah,
somebody's mother,
absolutely.
somebody's best friend, somebody's sister, somebody's granddaughter. You hearing all these things about this.
All these things.
But get them kids out of there. Let them have whatever they believe about you. Let them have it.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't taint it no more. It's already tainted. It's on the verge of being gone.
Just 100% right.
I couldn't look at you knowing that all these allegations out there about my mother and what you did to her, possibly even unaliving her.
Yeah. That's a messed up situation.
But y'all keep doing. Y'all
they're gonna keep digging. They just getting started.
Well,
Just getting started.
I'll move on. God ain't gonna be mocked, y'all, but y'all go ahead with it. I ain't trying to sound all preachy, but I tell you what, it's just some shit I ain't gonna do. It's just something. I'm just not.
That's right.
Money or not, I just ain't gonna do it.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll move on. So, this y'all president, Mr. Trump. But I'm gonna ask you something about this. I ain't gonna put you on the spot. So, Mr. Trump, in a lot of what he's doing, he taking it old and trying to make it new. So he cancels Biden's drug plan, the cap on insulin and his negotiations with Medicare. He cancels it and brings it back as his own.
As his own. but you got to do it right. He's bringing it back to make it better.
Yeah, it was a big mess.
I'm gonna make it better.
It's the same damn thing.
He said, "Come on, Banks, I'm gonna make it better." That's him. That's how he works.
Just all delusions and imaginations.
Right.
This is imaginations. The dude is yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's what he does, y'all. That's what he does. But let me ask you a question. Let me put you on the spot. But back before the election, you wasn't sold on Kamala. I'll say that.
Okay.
That fair? Is that fair? You weren't sold on Kamala.
I would not say I wasn't sold on Kamala. I have nothing against Kamala.
Right.
Not from a personal perspective.
Right. We don't know.
Yeah, right. I think what it is, I think they lost based off of the mere fact that they wasn't listening.
Well, okay, not the loss, but I'm saying you weren't really convinced with her being the president. You weren't really feeling it.
Well, I wasn't convinced with neither one of them. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, but I wasn't convinced with neither one of them.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Because as I said back then, it's only two people. Mm-hmm. One or two going to be elected.
That's right.
So how do you feel about the elected choice? Instead of her?
Instead of her?
Do you wish that she would have got a shot now?
Well, you know what?
I'll say it that way.
Yeah. Well, you know what? She could have got a shot.
Yeah.
Actually, she could have got a shot. Absolutely.
Yeah, because there's some bull.
It would be a lot different.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming nobody, but I'm saying I think if Kamala would have been president and being the first woman and black woman, there would have been a lot of pressure. So just like Barack, I don't think you would have got a lot of stuff done because there was going to be a lot of resistance, even more than Barack. Right? And she was going to have to be a certain way to make it through successfully without scandal. Right? Like Barack did, but he had Michelle.
Right.
Now her husband, I don't know, he seemed like a great guy. Right. But they a mixed couple, so people going to be on them about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? But she was going to have to do things the same. She had no kids. They's going to be on her about that.
Yeah.
It was going to be rough for her.
Well, they were going to ride it anyway.
But one thing she was not going to do was hurt you.
Right. I totally agree with that.
She was not going to. She wasn't going to be the greatest ever, Because the first of anything is never the greatest ever.
Yeah, I don't think she would hurt you directly.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
George
think she
Washington
would hurt
wasn't
you
the greatest president ever. George Washington was more of a war hero
Right.
who became the first president.
Yeah.
But he was the greatest ever. He had a bunch of slaves too.
Right.
Let's be for real.
Absolutely. You know the difference. I looked at it, Banks, and I looked at Obama. Obama had about 270 executive orders. The only thing
that was over 8 years.
Yeah. But I think the difference is that many people didn't know about it. He didn't broadcast it. Everything that Trump does, he has to try to magnify.
Well, and here's the thing: Republicans have switched. I said God hardened their heart because back then, even before then, Clinton, whoever, every time they did executive order, they pitched a bitch.
Yeah.
That's not law.
Right.
You're not coming through Congress.
Right.
Oh, no,
Right.
this.
Right.
He on vacation.
Right.
Trump's been on more vacations.
Oh yeah.
Have had more
expensive vacation.
Have had more executive orders. He's been off for 2-3 months. He's had over 200 already.
Right.
That's more than most people do in 8 years.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He has gone to Congress about nothing. He hasn't worked with the other side, refused to. He'll tell you he knows more about anything than anybody ever. Doesn't matter what it is.
Doesn't matter what it is.
He knows more about it. Yeah, the only thing he really knows more about is how to fail a business.
Yeah.
And he's failing America.
Yeah.
America is at a great we're at a crossroads here.
Yes.
We're at a crossroads. He's bringing the country down, definitely. No matter what he tries to tell you, the people around the world don't think we're the greatest. No.
Right.
They don't. They found a way, and they know they can outsmart him.
Right.
He'll go for anything. He loves to be flattered, and that's just what it is. He has nerves of. This is why I say his heart's been hardened, because I don't believe people are this just damn evil. Not unless they just go out and kill a bunch of people, unalive a bunch of people. But even with the South African thing, he's welcomed in about 50 South African white refugees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Claim that they're being killed.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They're being slaughtered and their land's taken. No, they're being corrected. And the colonizers don't like being corrected.
If you want to deal with them being killed, there are a lot of countries where people are being killed. Even over in,
of course,
Hades. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of people where people are being killed.
So
where people are being, if that was the case,
we know it's bunk.
Yeah. You need to let everybody.
We know this racism is bunk.
Yeah.
Like, we know it.
Yeah.
Like,
let everybody else in. And if that's your premise,
right? But this is what he feeds you.
Right.
This is what he feeds y'all, because he knows y'all just go for anything. Especially the Bible toting ones. They've been using that Bible a long time to twist the truth.
Right. Now you must be talking about evangelical.
Oh yeah,
I don't even want to say
Southern Christian evangelical fools.
You must be talking about that. But I would say
those who are going straight to hell.
Right. Here's the challenge that I think we have to look at, though. I think we have to look at not taking it off of Trump, but look at the fact of what's going on. What are we going to do to protect ourselves?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do individually?
And keeping with the theme, I think God is telling you to get your ass ready.
Yeah. That's a question that we have to
now,
ask ourselves.
all of this stuff that you're going through and will go through, and these things that he's changing, if this don't tell you to get closer to something, I don't know what God could do for you. I don't know what he could do.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're going to need a little more convincing, and I guess that's him coming, but by then it'll be too late for you.
Yeah.
Because what you live right now is you're really fighting to get to an eternal life.
This is true.
This is temporary.
It is temporary, but you just don't want to be in a bad place.
No.
Even though it's temporary.
No. And God don't want you in a bad place.
You don't want to be in no bad place.
But he gave you a brain. And if you're foolish enough to believe that over what he told you, it's about choices. Life and everything in it is about a choice. God himself is about a choice.
Yes.
Jesus is about a choice. Either you would choose me or you would choose that.
Absolutely.
And if you choose that, you can't have me. You can't have both.
You can't have both. And it's also, you need some type of wisdom to make good choices.
Yeah. Try to give it to you.
You
So even keeping with that Trump thing, Qatar, You know, they're giving Trump the $400 million plane. This would be the most spied upon plane ever. Countries have done it to us before, and this man is so foolish. Why would the Defense Department take that and allow the President of the United States, the Secret Service, anybody allow him to ride in it?
You know what I thought about, Banks? I thought about the movie Troy. I said, man, this could be a Trojan.
A Trojan horse thing?
Yeah,
it could be.
Trojan horse. Yeah. What about what you got to also look at the security of it?
Exactly.
I don't care if it is for.
It's not Air Force One.
No, it's not Air Force One. The security of it, and the billions that you may have to spend to make it secure,
to upgrade to what we would actually need. Yeah. But they would have to actually go in and tear it completely down to make sure there's nothing in there.
Make sure there's nothing in there.
Make sure it's safe.
So you're rebuilding it.
But then, I ain't say the man was a fool. He is foolish, but he ain't a fool all the time because, see, part of this thing is if you peel back the layers, Qatar is building him. He's being given permission to build a $5 billion luxury resort in Qatar. So you start to see the quid pro quo, the pay for play. America is open for business, and it's the Trump business.
Yes. Yeah. He's a businessman.
You ain't gonna get rich, but I'm gonna get richer.
Yeah, he's a businessman.
That's the extent of a buessman in the White House because they don't care about nobody else.
Nobody else. But do you think that we can? Throw it out. Throw it out.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give to me some good news.
Yes.
Michael Jordan is returning to the NBA on NBC as a special guest commentator.
Oh. Okay.
So he'll make a few appearances. He'll probably make $10-20 million of an appearance. I just want to hear Mike come on and talk some good shit because I love hearing stories about Mike. And no matter what nobody say, the older cats, even the younger cats who played against him, they'll tell you Mike was the greatest thing ever.
You think anybody gonna ever be greater than Mike? No. Okay.
Not the way the world and things are set up now. And you can't be because the rules have changed in the NBA. You can't hand check. You can't run certain defenses. You can't do a lot of things that you could do then. Now, if Mike played under these rules, he'd probably score 60 a game, 60, 70 points a game. Yeah. These traveling 8-year-old step people now.
Right.
Ball off. They dribble. They dribble up here.
Yeah. And they carry the ball with.
Somebody tried to tell me, no, they could bounce the ball up to their shoulders. No, you can't.
No, sir.
Even in school, when I played, you could never go past your hip line.
That's right.
That's where the ball's supposed to stay.
Right.
Not up here.
Yeah. They're not calling. These guys take 4 steps.
Yeah.
They carry the ball over. Oh, God. Yeah. They do
you
a lot of things.
They do that. You can't, but that's what I'm saying. The NBA has changed. So you'll never have another Jordan. You may have some potential Jordans, but they'll never be able to realize that full potential because they will not go through that fire. Yes. Jordan went through a fire.
Yes.
In Detroit, in Boston, even in New York, in Cleveland, Indiana, Phoenix, LA. Mike went through a fire. First being denied the championship, then denying some great Hall of Famers. He denied Patrick Ewing. He denied Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller.
That's right.
The Cleveland players, Karl Malone. Did he get one with the Lakers? I don't know.
No.
Karl Malone, John Stockton.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those guys probably said, "Man,
the great guard for Phoenix." Oh my God, forget my man's name. He was a beast at guard though, but he denied a lot of great people. But he was denied for a while.
That's right.
Then he got him. Right. So where you may have some potential Jordans, it's never gonna really fully mature to that.
No. And then I think also in this day and time, you have more. Technical things that help these guys. You know, back when Jordan played, they didn't have the type.
It's called $200 million. Mike ain't had to it. You know, you ain't have $300 million contracts.
That's right.
You didn't have social media where everybody care about what they wearing today.
That's true.
And who they dating, and you didn't have it. Yeah. See, their life is too involved now.
That's true.
They ain't focused on the business of basketball no more. It's a broader business now.
It really is.
Everybody's a brand now.
Everybody is a brand. That's the truth.
That's what they think.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about Trump, Syrian leaders have offered to build a Trump Towers in Damascus.
This is true.
In the Holy Lands.
This is true.
And guess what Trump did? He dropped all sanctions against him.
Right.
You gotta pay for play, baby.
I give you something if you give it back to
Bro,
me.
let me tell you, when Trump talking about all these countries calling him, that's what he's talking about. It ain't about no tariff. They called about let's do some business. Let's do some personal business.
That's right. Let's make a deal. That's right.
So, and that China won again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna stop the tariffs for 90 days, and what he will end up with? Oh, we made a deal. It's great for us. Right. He ended up with the same deal China has had in place with America for years. Each country will tariff at 10%.
At 10%.
They've had that going for years.
For years.
And Trump will tell you, I say what Trump will tell you the Brooklyn Bridge if you believe him.
Right. The order of the deal. The order of the deal.
Well, in Doge news, the USDA has hired back all 6,000 employees they let go.
Wow.
And had to pay them a month's back pay. Gave them a month vacation. They had a sabbatical.
Probably need to give them a little bit more.
Bro.
Because of all the heartache they put.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for somebody to sue.
Yeah, they probably need to give them a little bit more.
But
a lot more.
How has this saved anybody anything? He saved nothing.
No, that didn't save anything. That brought a lot of heartaches and disappointment.
Well, I tell you, talking about God's business now. This Fox commentator, this little white girl, blonde white girl, she's sitting on Fox. Cameron Kinsey. She's sitting there going in on Joe Biden and Kamala and Barack and how old people are and this old sleeping Joe. She's sitting there rolling her neck and talking. The next thing you know, she passed out right there on the show.
Right on the.
God will not be mocked, folks.
Not be mocked.
God will not be mocked. She's sitting there talking $1 million worth of trash, talking about people health that they old and she's supposed to be young. And passed out right there on the floor. What Fox do? They dragged off and kept going. They was like, well, somebody get her some help. But in other news, I said, damn, they ain't go to a commercial or nothing.
Nothing.
They swept that motherfucker to the side and said,
it was a Jedi mind trick. You didn't see that.
It's fake news. We just had a fake news glitch.
You didn't see that.
Yeah, that motherfucker passed out. They ain't saying nothing else about it. Why you sitting there mocking people?
Right.
One other Fox News. Judge Jeanine Pirro has been tapped by Trump to be the interim U.S. attorney for Washington, D.C. Is this motherfucker even licensed anymore?
Right.
She ain't been on a bench or law or nothing in about 20 years.
But she's good.
She's an idiot. She's a complete idiot. Right. She was one of those people who said, I don't care about my 401k right now because I believe in Trump. So if I got to lose money, I'm with him.
I'm sure she got plenty of money.
That's exactly it. She doesn't have to worry about her. She probably ain't got no damn 401k. She got savings.
Yeah. I'm sure she got plenty of money.
Our savings is 401k. Right. No, she has actual savings. Generational wealth. Right. Of course she ain't worried about it.
Not worried about it.
That's like a lot of these secretaries he got. Oh, we're not worried about that. Of course you're not. You're a billionaire.
Right. It's true. That's why Doge, they don't understand the ordinary person. Or
that's why you don't have billionaire businessmen.
That's right.
Well, I'll tell you what, and this some sad shit. Smokey Robinson has been accused of sexually assaulting 4 former employees. One claims the abuse went on for 20 years.
Wow.
They said Smokey was a freak too. They say Smokey just tell him to bend over and lay on the ground. Wow. He won't look at him. He just gonna take it.
Wow. All that coming out.
Smokey 80 something. And someone was like, this happened as recent as 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Oh.
I had to beat the shit out of the old man.
4 years.
He don't look that strong. Smokey ain't never looked that strong.
Right.
And he across the stage now, moving like this.
Right.
And you let that old man tell you. I think what they were, because a lot of them I think were housekeepers and stuff. I think they were illegal immigrants and they just couldn't say nothing. And maybe now they got their citizenship and
now they're saying so.
We're gonna do like the rest of the women in America.
Let's talk.
Smokey. Well, ex-Laker Baron Scott is also accused of sexual assault.
Oh, man.
This from 38 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, lady said while they was in high school.
Banks. This type of stuff make you scared
Bro,
to do anything.
You know what? I need to have this done by the next show, but this is what I said I was going to do. And I'm not saying things can't happen, but some things, I think a lot of y'all were groupies. A lot of y'all slept with these people on their way up or when they made it. And I think a lot of y'all said, I'm going to get paid because I can prove I slept with them. I could prove I was this age. He ain't know, but I could prove it. And I'm going to get my money. Because if he don't do it publicly, I'm going to go and I'm going to beg it. I'm going to get my T-shirt since they had the movement, the Me Too movement.
Right.
My T-shirt's going to say hashtag not you.
Right.
They had Me Too. Mine going to say not you.
Not
Because
you.
some of y'all don't even believe just out the gate.
That's right. But 38 years?
38 years ago.
Come on. 38 years.
Girl, shut the hell up. But you know what though? I'm gonna move on. Got a little sobriety check for you, Ty.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember how this go, but I'm gonna give you a topic and you tell me if that person is sober or drunk.
Or drunk.
So, your Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy, in a recent interview says, don't listen to him or take his medical advice.
Right. You know, when you said the name, I was going to say, don't read it. He's drunk. Don't even read it. Don't read it.
You're only over the entire health of the U.S., but don't take his advice.
Right.
What I do for my kid, you may not do for yours.
Yeah.
And in fact, I'm not even going to give you the option to do it for your kid. We're just going to get rid of it. So we kind of have to take yours anyway, because if you say, okay, we ended all polio shots and my kid don't have it, you subjugate my kid to what you do anyway.
Right.
You asshole.
Right. Yeah. Drunk.
Yeah. He ain't never been sober from what I understand. Because that ain't his real voice. They said once he's sober up, he get his voice back.
That's up.
But he ain't gonna never sober up.
Right.
He choose to be that way. So sobriety check number 2. Elon Musk has blasted the South African government, calling them anti-white, of course, after they denied his request for Starlink license there. He said that they're a disgrace to Nelson Mandela.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to play the race card.
Right.
Not the most racist. I ain't gonna say the richest man in the world. The most racist man in the world plays the race card because he can't have his way.
In that case, definitely drunk.
Yeah,
definitely drunk.
He go back and sleep with another cousin, allegedly. Oh, number 3. This is what I tell you. They're going to show you niggas. Chris Brown has been arrested in Manchester, England. He's there on tour. He allegedly hit a concert goer or somebody in the head with a bottle at a club back in 2023 in London. I guess he thought he had escaped it or something. Wow. He went over on tour, booger wooger sugar, bigger wooger sugar nigga.
Right.
Come with us. You thought we forgot. That nigga sober or drunk.
He's drunk.
He high.
Yeah.
He high on something else.
Maybe high. Yeah. He's definitely.
Y'all gonna stop playing in these foreign countries. I'm telling y'all.
That's true because the foreign country don't. Some of that stuff they don't take.
They're not gonna do it.
Yeah, they don't take.
Surprise, niggas!
I ain't gonna do that though. I tell you what though, Ty, I'm gonna move on to a little master class.
You took me where they do that at?
It's my time, y'all. I take a minute or two, call out a subject or two, Ty. This master class is to keep with the theme of what we're doing here today in the 95th show.
Yes.
Y'all more pressed by Shador Sanders being the 5th rounder than y'all are at losing every civil liberty people have died for. I'm gonna say it again. The master class today is y'all more pressed about Shador Sanders being picked in the 5th round than y'all are losing every civil liberty that your ancestors have died for, including Martin Luther King and Malcolm X to extremes. Y'all got the nerve.
The nerve. Yeah.
The gall to be so upset about a millionaire kid making millions or more dollars.
Right.
Because he didn't get picked where you said he should be picked.
Right.
Meanwhile, in real news,
right,
your president, your elected representatives are tearing away everything
yeah, right.
that your ancestors have fought for. Did you know that the government contracts now, if you're a contractor for the government, you know you can put up a colored bathroom and water fountain now? Why? Because Trump removed that from the policy that says if you have a government contract, you can't be racist, you can't do these things. Trump said they can do what they want to do. This is what you're living through. You could actually have a government contract. Somebody could walk in your business and you could have a colored and white fountain. Right. Colored only bathroom. Oh, no, you can't come in the front door, so you got to go in the back.
Thanks. People don't think about it until it come home, until it really hit them.
That's the way they vote.
That's what's going on.
That's the way they vote, them and the Mexicans.
Right.
Until it hit home.
Until it hit home.
And then it's like, I don't know, he was going to do that to me.
That's right. That's right.
See, he could do it to you, not to me. Because once he does it to me, you're a dirty bastard.
True.
Well, he's already a dirty bastard.
Yeah,
but
they don't recognize it until it hit home.
We have the nerve and the gall and the audacity to be mad at the wrong thing. Well, man, Chris Rock said it a long time ago, a couple of years ago, when he talked about Will Smith and that Jada situation. Selective outrage. That's what we have.
That's what we got.
I was wrong because I just called it straight up stupidity, and maybe that turned folks off. So we'll go the nice way and say, again, selective outrage.
Yes, sir.
But I be damn, y'all stupid.
Yeah.
Americans are just good old fashioned stupid.
Yeah. I again, they won't pay it attention until it hit home.
Which is stupid.
Yeah. You know how it is. People's priorities are out of order.
Let me tell you, y'all better get right.
That's right.
It ain't getting no better. When you hear about this budget, this Republican Congress will pass and wants to pass through reconciliation. They don't need Democrats.
That's right.
When you see what's there, when they go from your dependent being 18 to 7. When you get to that, people making under $30,000, taxes will increase by 18%.
18% on $30,000.
When you get to, there's no more Section 8, Medicare, Medicaid.
Wow.
It's in that bill. It's in that bill. We worried about a man throwing a ball for millions of dollars. See, he ain't worried about Section 8. He gonna come through this whole thing just fine.
That's right.
Well, that's all I got to say about it. It's your broke asses. And I know you're broke.
Yeah.
You know how I know? Because there's a study out that says Gen Zs are drinking less. Sound like good news, don't it?
It does. It
you know why?
like good news.
Because they broke.
Because they broke. Can't pay for it.
And we know they broke down, but we see them every day. Just dusty ass. Get away from me.
Man. Yeah. Can't pay Social Security neither for the next generation.
And they raising the cost on that. But then we got people like Halle Berry who pops up on the internet on her live on Mother's Day with some old man and wants to tell everybody what she's doing for Mother's Day.
Right.
She laying up in the bed naked with him and wants you to let her know that she's getting banged today. Well, Halle, a lot of mamas got banged. I mean, you have to tell me shit. Everything you got to say everything and show.
Was she selling her project?
She ain't selling it.
She wasn't. No, not her.
She wasn't selling no product. She just wanted to let you know she finna get banged on Mother's Day.
Oh man!
I thought you got banged every day, but I mean, whatever.
Man.
It was me.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, bro, this is getting crazy.
Yes.
So, in an alleged incident or an incident, I saw the tape. In Charlotte, North Carolina, a Popeyes manager shoots a coworker apparently over burnt biscuits. Apparently, he didn't. Wow. Yeah, you didn't waste my day, sir. You done burnt all the damn biscuits. Now we got to butter some more and get it.
Oh my. Woo. Yeah, it's getting worse.
It's getting worse. Now, if that don't tell you things getting worse, I don't know what going to tell you. But God will not be mocked, y'all. Everything is going to align for us who believe.
Yeah, right.
And we're going to be caught up.
Got to be ready for that.
You got to be ready for that. I'm be ready.
Yeah, you got to be ready.
Because, Lord, I look to the sky every day and I say, boy, I think the Lord coming down. I say, he'll come right in between that cloud right there.
That's right.
Because y'all acting a damn fool.
That's right.
Yeah, he gonna cut straight all this out.
Yeah.
But y'all gonna feel a little hell first. Y'all gonna feel a little pain.
Too much pain though, man.
Yeah, I gonna feel the pain.
Yeah, it's coming down the line, coming down the pike. But it's too much pain. But keep looking up though. Keep looking up.
I tell you what, man. I appreciate you being here, Ty.
You do. And I don't care about none of it. I'm a real
I appreciate you being here, bro.
I'm a real nigga. I'm a straight
It's getting worse.
nigga.
Just don't burn my biscuits, nigga.
Don't burn my biscuits.